Gary, you've secured the signing of James Maxwell on a 2-year deal. Just how pleased are you to have found a man for the left back position?
Yeah, we've had to be patient. We've took our time with it. There was a couple of good loan options, again that haven't quite come in time yet. So we were always waiting, and we obviously had Kieran Dunning for the first 3 weeks of pre-season. Just felt that he wasn't quite the right one for us. And then James come a little bit under the radar. It would have been nice to have him in longer and he have a bit more pre-season under his belt. But to come in how he did and train once, then play 70 minutes at Spennymoor, to train once again, then play 65, 70 minutes against Huddersfield, and cope and deal with the games fine, look comfortable on the ball, look like a good decision maker, and also a good defender first and foremost. So we're pleased to finally address that position. It was a priority position all summer, but it was important we didn't rush it and get the wrong type. So we feel he ticks enough boxes, and we're delighted he's in.
What was it in particular then that made him the right one? You mentioned having to be patient, and you've had a look at a couple of options throughout the window. What was it about him in particular that stood out for you?
I think in left backs you look, they tend to have real quality left foot, tend to be composure on the ball, and he just seems calm. He seems a good decision maker, and his composure really impressed us. Give us good balance down there, and straight away in training and in a couple of games he got a good relationship with Tommy Rowe straight away down that left hand side, or whoever will be playing in front of him. He was alert and alive on throw-ins, etc. Just a quick thinker, and you can see he knows the game. So that was a big one for me. Game intelligence is key with our profiling for that position, and like I say, he ticks a lot of the boxes we want in a left back.
It can be difficult, can't it? Coming in on trial, you're so eager to impress, but also not make any mistakes as well. So clearly impressed by what you saw from him in those couple of games.
Yeah, made a few little errors here and there, but that's because sometimes the ball he was receiving he had to do something one touch, and sometimes it doesn't come off. But the biggest thing with me as well is he's dealt with disappointments in his young career already. He's dealt with them. He's been educated well at Rangers in Scotland, and he's had 2 loans as well in men's football already. So he's already got over 50 games under his belt in men's football for a 20-year-old. That's impressive. So we did our research and due diligence again on him, with speaking to certain people at Rangers and people in the game who really disappointed really that he's not still there. So it shows that he's got some good calibre, and as I say, it's a good addition to the squad for us.
It shows he backed himself as well, doesn't it? He was offered a new deal at Rangers, but didn't want to sit in their under-23s and have to wait for his chance. Keen to come to England and make a name for himself.
Yeah, having a chat with him, he didn't really see a pathway to first team football. He was probably third choice, and spending money on fullbacks on long contracts. So yeah, he backed himself to turn a deal down and try and get down to England. And like I say, if he'd have come on our radar a little bit earlier, we'd have had him in sooner. But fair play to our scout. He put him into us, and we had a look. And like I say, we got him down, and he was down within a day, which was great. And we were impressed with what we've seen.
In fact, he's battle hardened as well. 70 games, I think, or more at Ayr and Queen of the South on loan. He's used to men's football, isn't he? And what that takes week by week.
Yeah, he is, and that was another massive box to be ticked. As I say, we've been speaking to a couple of clubs about a couple of really good loan options, but it would have been their first loan. Wasn't fearing that one bit, because they'd bought quality. They were good players we were dealing with. But yeah, it does help, and he's been at clubs as well that have not done great, but his performance level's been good. So he's dealt with a stick and knows. Like I say, he's just experienced things that a lot of 20-year-olds haven't, and he's dealt with a lot of disappointments. But he's still come through that, and he's still played well, and he's come here and had a good trial, and like I say, he's earned himself a contract.